Hey guys! Where's the camera thing? Oh, bye. Hey guys, it's Micah Watson here, and today I'm going to be giving you 3 tips on writing melodies. So my setup's a bit different today. As you know, I've moved studio. I've got a couple shots just to show you a little bit what it looks like. Still moving in, but I'm currently in my old home studio room, which is quite empty, so ignore the echo. And then if you're keen to hear some news about what I've been up to, stay tuned to the end. But first, let's get into the melody tips. Number 1. So the biggest tip I have for melody writing for pop songs is to keep it simple. A lot of people, especially those of us who have a very strong musical background in classical music and so forth, we might think we need to develop a theme until it's like the longest, most beautiful, elegant melody ever. And that is beautiful, and that's an art in and of itself. But keeping things simple is absolutely huge in the commercial music world, and you really can't get away from it. So if this is an industry you want to break into, you need to learn how to choose the essence of a melody, like the 3 notes that matter most and the rhythm that matters most. We'll get to that shortly, and just nail those things. So let me give you an example. Okay. So that's a really beautiful melody, and that I think is Beethoven's Ich liebe dich. Beautiful and lyrical, but if you're going to try and put that in a pop song, it's way too long. Like, your singer needs some crazy breath support to even try and pull that off. So if you have a long melody and it's just too long and you kind of attached to it, the hard truth is you're going to have to choose 3 notes, or 2, or even 1, Taylor Swift, and just dominate those. So for instance, there's so much juice in there. That could be a little motif, or choose something small, make it a hook, and then that can be the basis of your song. Number 2, let's continue with this little sequence. If you listen to a lot of pop songs, let's for instance take Zed's Happy Now. I don't know what key it's in, but it's literally just the same thing. But the thing that Zed does here, or whoever wrote the melody, is they displace the melody rhythmically. Sorry, it's a bit overexposed. Zed takes a little motif, and then, or whoever wrote the melody, and then displaces that little motif sequence from the beat. So instead of it being on the on beat all the time, sometimes it's on the off beat. Instead of... Can you feel the difference? The first one has a bit of a bounce. The second one's a bit boring because the melody is constantly on the downbeat. So shake things up, take the motif and move it around on the onbeat and to the offbeat. Create a bit of a syncopation. You can find this in a whole lot of pop songs. I'll list a couple here. And let's go to tip number 3. Okay, so when it's time to write your chorus, now you can add a bit of variety. I mean, variety is always good, provided it doesn't compete with the simplicity and the ease at which the listener can follow along on your song. So if we're going back to that Beethoven example, if this is like what we're going to have the basis for our verse, we're going to need something contrasting in the chorus. So the contrast could be in the actual notes. So instead of using these 3 notes, we're going to use something else in the scale. Don't be afraid of using non-scale notes. But if we're in C major, we're just going to use the white notes here. Too many options make things confusing, and then that limits creativity. So restrictions help you with creativity. And so you can use different notes, or you can also have a different rhythm. In fact, I suggest doing both. So have different notes. Sorry about this exposure thing. That's better. If you have a long, short, short, maybe try something in the chorus. Short, long, long. That way you create something contrasting, but it's kind of like a puzzle piece in that the verse and the chorus still fit together because together they make C major. So the 3 tips. The first one is keep it simple. Melody writing shouldn't be complicated, and if you're trying to write pop music, you really need to have something easy that the listener will remember, identify your song with, and preferably not much more than 3 notes, because a lot of us can't even sing more than 3 notes. And if you want your people to sing along to the song, you got to bear them in mind. Number 2 is use rhythmic displacement. So if you've got a super simple melodic sequence, which I highly recommend, then you can repeat it but on different parts of the beat or different parts of the meter. So sometimes on the on-beat, sometimes on the off-beat. This keeps things interesting throughout the song, and it also kind of keeps the forward momentum until you get led into the chorus. And number 3 is use contrasting elements in your chorus. So this could either mean using notes that you didn't use in your verse, and or using a different rhythm. So for instance, if your melody verse was long, short, short notes, then it might be cool to do short, long, long in your chorus. Now just a bit of news. The new studio has been really cool. There's some great colleagues there and it's been lots of fun. I'm still adjusting to kind of the whole lifestyle of it. So that's why I haven't posted a video in a few weeks. I'm really sorry. I think it's only been like 2 weeks, but still. I've also decided to start ghost producing. Now, I have done that in the past, but it's never been something that I've publicly made known. But now it's like a public service on my website, so if you want to collaborate with me or have me ghost produce a track for you or ghost write a track, get in touch with my website. All the stuff is there. I've got tons of reviews from other clients I've worked with that love my work. And yeah, have a look, see how you feel. And I'm also going to start selling some of my tracks under full exclusive license. So for instance, if there's a track of mine that you like and you want to own it and essentially have it under your name, contact me. I've got one on my store at the moment on my website. You can have a look, but I plan to update it regularly. I'm super excited about this new ghost producing journey that I'm going to prioritize a little bit because it means I'll get to work with so many more people. Also happy to have healthy discussion about it. I know lots of people have conflict and feelings about ghost producing. I see nothing wrong with it, and feel free to just let loose in the comments below. If you want to get in touch, have any questions, I look forward to seeing you, and I will see you soon in the next one.